Welcome back to Parent Squad. Today we're talking about holiday traditions, and one experience that's been a part of so many families is going to see the Nutcracker. So joining me today to talk more about this beloved tradition is Fadeley Veyette, who is head of school at the Indianapolis School of Ballet. Lauren, welcome back. We're happy you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So this is a tradition, and I gotta admit, I actually have not seen the Nutcracker since I was in elementary school, but we're gonna work to change that. Before we dive into that, let us talk about just the importance of tradition, the importance of tradition in families, especially around the holidays.
Nice.
Is this something that was a tradition for you?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I grew up with the Nutcracker, obviously, but I think just having that tradition in general with your family, it just brings you together and gives you something to look forward to every year. You know, especially when times can be difficult, you know, knowing that there's something there that's going to bring your family together and you get to celebrate is wonderful to have.
Yeah, it kind of enriches the experience, especially as I have grown into adulthood. Yes. You just really look back on those things and you are like, oh my goodness, it was so special, and you want to repeat that same energy with your own family, which is awesome.
Yeah, I love that, being able to remember the traditions you had with your family and then starting new ones as it continues to grow.
Yeah, so the Nutcracker is a big tradition for a lot of families. Tell us more about the history, about the show and the plot, and why you think other families need to make sure they see it.
Yeah, I think the Nutcracker is such a big tradition because first of all, the story has that holiday feel to it. Yeah. It takes place on Christmas Eve, and for those who maybe do not know about the Nutcracker, it's about a young girl named Clara. She receives a Nutcracker as a gift on Christmas Eve from her uncle Drosselmeyer, and it becomes a whole magical evening of adventure for her. The Nutcracker comes to life, takes her through a battle with a Mouse King.
Yes.
Goes through the Land of Sweets, the snow scene, and she just meets lots of different characters along the way. And the big question is, did it all really happen, or was it just a dream? Yeah. And I think that's really the wonderment that brings people back to it as well. You get to have that sense of magic that everyone loves about the holiday season.
Yeah, and I really feel like it really captures a child's imagination, which is also what the holidays is all about.
Yeah, I think, and the ballet, it really has something for everyone. It for the young children, there's the whole party scene where the kids are getting their presents for Christmas and they're dancing together, and her brother Fritz breaks the Nutcracker and they have a fight, and it's very relatable to anyone, really. And then for the parents, and if you're a ballet lover, you get to see the beautiful dancing. And I think the music is a big tradition.
That's true.
The Tchaikovsky score is just incredible. And I don't know anyone who has not heard of some part of the Nutcracker during the holidays, be it commercials in the stores, the grocery.
Yes, while you're shopping in Macy's.
Yes, it is iconic. And so I think all of that just blended together just makes such a wonderful event for anybody.
Yeah, well, two things there. You talked about how iconic it is. So it's just one of those things that you need to make sure that you, your kids, your family sees. Maybe you don't go every year, but you want to make sure they at least see it one time.
Yes.
And then also it's about exposure. Although I have a little boy who, given his dad who wants him to do football, he probably won't end up doing ballet or anything like that.
Ballet is very good for football players.
That's true. That's true. But you convince the man.
I will.
I'm not going to work on that.
When he's ready, you bring him to the Indianapolis School Ballet.
Yes. But I was going to bring up the fact that it's still something that I want my child to experience and to know, even if, he doesn't become the ballet dancer. I still want him to be able to say, oh, I've been to the ballet with my family, which is why we want to talk about taking younger kids to performances. We know that's not always an option, or it can just be really a nerve-wracking experiences because, toddler life. But it doesn't have to be, because you all already thought about that. Yes. What experience are you offering for families with younger children?
We have what we call the Nutcracker Suites, which is a shortened version of the Nutcracker. It is under an hour. performance. These are matinee performances, and they are at the Toby Theater at Newfields. And so it gives you that whole day event. You can go to the exhibits at Newfields, have lunch at the cafe, go to the ballet, and so it's just a second act of the Nutcracker. It has all that iconic music and the dancing, but with that short an hour gives you that good attention span and gives them a great taste of the ballet without the whole overwhelming experience of having to sit through the intermission and everything. Yeah.
And I mean, given the fact that it's geared towards children, if my toddler is yelling or something like that, that's something that you all are used to.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Not
and
going
you can
to throw anything off.
Yeah, and you can easily exit the theater for that. And also this year that is new, we are having a sensory-friendly performance. And
let's talk about that, just because I think every parent wants their child to feel included and welcomed and to be in a safe space. Can you tell me more?
Yeah. So that's actually going to be at Clues Memorial Hall on December 18th. And that will definitely have less restrictions on what we would think of as a normal performance, so they are encouraged to let their voices be free and dance around, and the lights will be, the house lights will be up and the music won't be as loud, things like that, so everyone can feel really comfortable and nobody has to stress about being quiet and staying in their seats like that.
I just love that you all are doing that. Everyone certainly should feel included.
Yeah.
So when can people see the show? I mean, Nutcracker season is upon us.
It is. We've been working and we are ready. We will be at Clues Memorial Hall with the ISO, the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra. We'll be performing live for us.
That's huge.
Yes, it is, at Clues. And those dates are December 18th through 23rd. So that will be the full production of the Nutcracker, both acts with the intermission, but also with the symphony. So that is our before Christmas performances. And then after the holidays, we have our Nutcracker Suites, and that is at the Tobias Theater at Newfields. And those are December 27th through the 30th.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so you can kind of keep that that holiday tradition alive after Christmas, after the holidays, to kind of keep something to continue to do with the kids, during that winter break. They're so focused on Christmas and then it's over, but now you can kind of keep celebrating.
I love where you all's mindset is with that, because it's also so many events leading up to the holidays. I have a birthday in December, so it's like so much leading up, and then it's like, now what? And then you still have a week off or more, before your kid is back in the routine or the new year or what have you. So Lauren, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
We appreciate it. It is just all about exposure for your kids at the end of the day. So we're going to have more info on the shows on WTHR.com/Parent Squad.